Next matchup, White Sox, Twins, 8-10 Minnesota. The Twins are minus 210, totals 9.5. We did see a 25-cent move toward Minnesota and movement downward on the total. The Twins open $1.85 all the way up to minus 210. Total open 10.5 all the way down to 9.5. 66% are leaning Twins, 63% shaded toward the over. Right now the White Sox are plus 190 on the money line. The Twins minus $1.15 on the run line. We have Ivan Nova for the White Sox, Kyle Gibson for the Twins. Gibson's 11-5 on the year, 129 strikeouts thus far. Ivan Nova on the other side for the White Sox, just 8-9 on the year, 4.51 ERA. The Twins are in first place in the AL Central. They're 2.5 games ahead of Cleveland at 76-48 overall for the year. That's going to put them at 28 games over 500. The Twins are also 36-26 at home. Winners in 5 out of their last 6 ball games, 7-0 in their last 7 at home, taking on the White Sox. The Twins are second in scoring, second in hits. Chicago on the other side, they are 28th in scoring on average per game, 29th in offensive walks, which is second to last in Major League Baseball. The White Sox have dropped 3 out of their last 4 ball games. They've also won just 4 out of their last 10. The White Sox have won just 25 out of 62 when traveling this year. They rank 29th in walks allowed. Now, total-wise, the White Sox are 33-29 to the under when traveling. I'm going to lean Minnesota Twins minus 1.5 in the under 9.5 runs in that game. Next matchup, Tigers, Astros, 8-10 Houston. The Astros are the massive $4.50 favorite with the total at 9.5. Now, we saw a 75-cent move toward Houston in the early wagering. We also saw a movement downward on the total. The Astros opened 375 all the way up to minus 450. Total open 10 down to 9.5. 68% are leaning Astros, 66% shaded toward the over. Right now the Tigers are plus 375 on the money line. The Astros minus 200 on the run line. We have Edwin Jackson for the Tigers, Wade Miley for the Astros. Now, before you go ahead and lay some heavy juice on the Astros, just keep in mind that Edwin Jackson's 2-0 since August 9th. Detroit, they've won 2 out of their last 4 ball games. Meanwhile, Houston, losers in 5 out of their last 6. And when it comes to the total, Houston's 33-25 to the under at home. The Tigers are 35-26 to the under when traveling. I can't resist this price point. I got to do it. Got to be a sucker. Give me Detroit plus 1.5 in the under 9.5 runs in that game. Next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Rockies, Diamondbacks, 9:40 Arizona. No line currently posted for this game, currently off the board. We do have Chichi Gonzalez for the Rockies, Zach Gallen for the D-backs. Gallen comes into this game with a 2.58 ERA and 52 punchouts. Opponents are batting .212 through his first 9 starts. Now Gonzalez on the other side for the Rockies, 0-4 on the year, 6.57 ERA. In his last start, he went 5 innings, 5 runs allowed, 8 hits, 2 walks. The D-backs are 8th in scoring, 8th in hits, 8th in walks allowed at home on average. Now the Rockies on the other side, 23rd in offensive walks, 23rd in striking out. They rank dead last in the NL West, 24 games back in that division, 10 games under 500. At just 57-67 overall for the season. Colorado also ranks 29th in runs allowed on average per game, which is second to last in Major League Baseball. They're also last in hits allowed, and they've won just 24 out of 62 when traveling. So with all that in mind, I'm going to lean Arizona Diamondbacks, winning that one outright for some money line cash. All right, let's go ahead and get into our quick recap brought to you by myself at patreon.com/BrockPage. We got Colorado at Arizona. I'm leaning Arizona, winning that one outright for some money line cash. Game currently off the board. We also have the Tigers taking on the Astros. I'm leaning Detroit Tigers plus 1.5 in the under 9.5 in that one. We have the White Sox taking on the Twins. I'm leaning Minnesota minus 1.5 in the under 9.5 runs in that game. We also have the Angels taking on the Rangers. I'm leaning Texas minus $1.20 in the under 11 runs in that game. We have the Brewers taking on the Cardinals. I'm leaning Cardinals minus $1.30 and the under 9.5. We also have the Padres taking on the Reds. I'm leaning Cincinnati minus $1.60 and the over 9 runs in that game. We have the Mariners taking on the Rays today. I'm going to lean Tampa Bay minus 1.5 and the over 8.5 runs in that matchup there. We also have the Nationals traveling to Pittsburgh, taking on the Pirates. I'm leaning Nationals minus $1.25 and the over 10 runs in that game. And then last but certainly not least, we have the Kansas City Royals taking on the Baltimore O's at Camden Yards in the Inner Harbor. I'm leaning toward the road dog in that one. Give me the Royals plus $1.10 and the over 10 runs in that matchup there. All right, let's go ahead and slide into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by myself at patreon.com/BrockPage. Got to give a shout-out to the Dingman, C. Dinger, CQP Underboss, Vernon Williard, Jeff Spector, Jason Peters, who swore up and down yesterday that Kansas City will beat the Mets. Well, they did not. The Mets blew them out. So we'll have to go ahead and do another bold prediction here today, Jason, and get back on track. Shout out to Campus Legends, Calico Jones, Get a King, Stephen Lewis, Chuck Pinter, Bo Dunn, Worthy OM311, who is producing my picks in the comment section as well. Shout out to Blown Stallone, who's been doing that since day one. Got to give a shout out to those guys doing their homework and really helping everybody out. And last but certainly not least, big shout out to John Wiley. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. Memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. Most importantly, I got to thank you for watching me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. I certainly enjoy producing it for you. Happy Monday. Best of luck to you. And as always, don't forget to check me out on patreon.com/BrockPage.